You ready?
Yeah, yeah. Obed on the beat. Welcome to Creative Mornings. I wrote this for DAUCHE because we just got to do it like this. Yo, DAUCHE. Yo, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Yo, DAUCHE, Ashe, Ashe.
Let's go.
Yo, Ashe, 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 Ashe. Yo, Miss Bates, 100 toes down. She hold it down for the city and the crown. Niked up, black queen, southeast bound. Been around the country making everybody proud. From PHSD to R&B only. Today we get the PTS to D story. From the blurbs to the blogs to the work. Hey yo, she out this world but down to earth. She the home girl and everybody homie. Shine your light cause you everybody on me. And she the reason that I ever work with kids. Yo, she belongs to the city and the ribs. Everything that you touch turn to gold. Another trip around the sun, another trip around the globe. Leave room for the miracle to be and transform it into creativity. Yo, DAUCHE, yo, Ashe, 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 yo, DAUCHE, Ashe, Ashe, yo, DAUCHE, Ashe, 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 DAUCHE, Ashe, DAUCHE. Without further ado, make some noise for our speaker, DAUCHE!
Wow. Wow. Give it up for Ramel one more time, y'all. Thank you. Listen, I might, don't go too far. Because you never know, I might need some assistance. How y'all doing? Okay, listen. 2024 for me is about stepping out of my comfort zone and doing something new. I don't do this talking thing, but we're gonna figure it out. I usually let the music speak, but here goes nothing. I love y'all. Already. Shout out to Ashley, who's in the building, Dynasty Media, who put this together. That's my girl, but hello, my name is DAUCHE Bates. I am a San Diego native by way of Paradise Hills. If you're from Paradise Hills, make some noise. Okay, if you're from Southeast, make some noise. South Bay? North County? Okay, I'm just trying to see who's in here. But music has always been a spiritual experience for me. It has always been a vehicle, a train, a plane. It has transported me to landscapes and settings I've never physically been to, but I can feel. From goosebumps to the hair on the back of my neck, giving beautiful chords and heavy-hitting bass lines a standing ovation, music has the ability to calm, motivate, and inspire me. I have felt music deeply since I can remember. Through music, I have felt love, sorrow, frustration, elevation, betrayal, and joy. Music can bring tears to my eyes and a big smile on my face. That's right, baby. And it can also send the expression of dance through my body. Music makes me feel proud, accomplished, and curious, even when I question it or when it's not for me. I find a way to let it in. Now question, raise your hand if you've ever sang a song that you actually don't like. Yeah, I'm guilty too. But I accept it. I accept its imperfections because, after all, perfection is a figment of our imagination. Oh, okay. I'll never forget hearing someone say, music doesn't ask permission. Music doesn't ask permission. It's intrusive and can sometimes express our feelings far greater than words that stumble off our lips and thoughts that run through our heads like marathons. Music doesn't ask permission. It is intrusive and can sometimes express our feelings far greater than the words that stumble off of our lips and thoughts that run marathons through our minds. Music is relentless. It is selfless and sometimes selfish. It has taught me the value of self-expression and, most of all, connection. One thing that stands true to me is that human connection is the reason why music is so powerful. I grew up listening to record after record in my first home on Q Street in National City, dancing with my mom, sister, and my father, singing into play school microphones and choreographing a mean 1-2 step or a 8 count to Janet Jackson, Bobby Brown, Whitney Houston, BBD, James Brown, Michael Jackson, and that's just to name a few. I love the crowd participation. Keep it coming, keep it coming. My sister and I performed as if no one was watching, imagining large crowds and connecting effortlessly. Music is my happy place. It reminds me of unforgettable times and memories with those I love and cherish. It reminds me of time. It reminds me of exploration without limits and its connection to creativity, a portal of dreams and manifestations actualized. It is said that happy music with high emotions increases creativity and increases the number of ideas. When music is involved, I'm able to dive deep into my childlike imagination and add value to any creative process. My family has always been creative, from art to dance to design, woodworking, creative writing, storytelling, and music curation. All of us are artists in our own right. It's in our DNA. Many of my connections that I've made in my life have revolved around the love of music. Whether it was my time as a promoter, photographer, contributing writer to music media companies, artist managers, or event producer. But I'll get back to that a little bit later. Oh, thank you. I was supposed to be doing this the whole time. We're actually on track 3 now. Okay, so this is called Otis's Interlude. One thing I share in common with my late father was the love of music curation. He was a DJ. He'd get asked to play at family gatherings. People trusted his ear. I always admired that. My mom and sister's ear were equally as nasty. Unfortunately, I never had the opportunity to experience him behind the decks, but his curation in the house was just enough to inspire the music fan that I am today. You knew that once my dad threw on MJ, he'd be cutting up, dancing and singing away. He loved Michael. At the end of his life, when his mobility and speech were compromised, one thing that will forever stay with me is playing Man in the Mirror, watching him sing word for word, with tears in his eyes. After he transitioned, he'd visit me through his favorite songs. I'd randomly be minding my business and boom, Man in the Mirror playing as I walked down the street from a stranger. What a coincidence. Or even when I went to New Orleans, Casanova by Levert, played by a second line. I'm like, what's up, Dad? My relationship with music is more than surface. It is one of purpose and the hope to leave an impact. Like the connection I had with my father, he actually passed away 2 years today. So I dedicate this to him and also my incredible family. The journey. My journey didn't start with DJing. I first got into the music scene as a promoter. I started off promoting things of my personal interest, fashion, sneakers, sports, and so on. Then that led to connecting with talented artists, various creatives, which also include DJs. I was always a fan first. Then dedicated time to spread the word about their artistry and live shows. I also explored photography in the live show space. Then I tried my hand at artist management. I loved highlighting those who had passion and dreams of becoming successful. There's something so beautiful about starting from the ground up and watching an idea come to life. I played behind the scenes and was comfortable doing so. So I wanted to be of service and be a support and help drive that success. I wanted people to dream out loud with a solid individual behind them. What I loved about tapping into all of these areas was I loved the creative process, goal setting, seeing the fruits of our labor come to fruition, seeing the collaboration of it all, and I love the fact that people trusted me. That was important. And now I freestyle. I'm just playing. I don't mean freestyle rap, though. I'm going to leave that to Ramel and Rick. But you know what? There's so many things that I loved about it, but there's also a downside to the creative space. You learn that sometimes everybody's not on the same page, and that's okay. But when it catches you off guard, oh, a pain that you may never think you would feel. So when I got into artist management, I worked with about 5 artists, which included Ramel. Geminel is also in the building. And it was just such an honor to be trusted. We were all coming up together. And something that I've always longed for was to be surrounded by those who I could eat with, that I could cry with, that I could just simply relate to. And I definitely had that with Ramel, Jem, the other artists that I was involved with for the most part. But there's this one situation that just turned my world around. just like the phoenix, I had to rise from the ashes. I won't get into the details of the incident, but it took me away from management completely. And I said to myself, you know what, if it's meant to be, it'll come back. But at this point, I have to do something for me. I love pouring into people. I absolutely love supporting, but sometimes it starts with you. Most of the time. All the time. All right, I'm gonna get comfortable and just start walking around. Okay, see, I'm already messing stuff up. I'm gonna go right back here. So that time basically birthed the DJ that I am today. You know, sometimes you have to say, you know what, I'm not gonna put my story into other people's hands. I'm not gonna depend on other people. To live the vision that I see. And even though I never wanted the spotlight, I loved behind the scenes. I never wanted the spotlight. I was truly called. And I'll just share a couple of things that just like blew my mind about the journey that I'm on. So I have always beelined to the DJ at all times. And one of them became my mentor. He decided to teach classes on DJing, and I started in 2013. I practiced for maybe a year, and I still didn't make a decision. 2014 comes, I'm still hesitant. But what he did for me was he said, DAUCHE, play the next song for me. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. So I play the next song, and I'm like, oh, I can get used to this. Oh yeah, I'm doing this for sure. And I used to work with kids. I was the supervisor at Prime Time. And I absolutely loved working with kids. But you know what, though? I felt like there was so much more for me. And also, one day I plan to return to teach. So a few of the things that happened was once I said, you know what, I'm going to do this. I'm spiritual. So I had a conversation with God, and I go, listen, if this is for me, I need you to show me. Show me that this is for me, because I don't want to just be here filling up space. I'm not here for the aesthetic. I'm not here for the look. I need to know. And I really want to make an impact in this space. So then things started happening. And I was like, excuse me? I mean, I asked, right? Why should I be surprised? I go to a Pitbull audio, was it like a, it was, no. It was a workshop mixed with just a bunch of giveaways, and I literally won headphones, control vinyl, and a mixer. I kid you not. But there's so much more that happened, is that you get this feeling inside that it's where you're supposed to be. Maybe you still doubt yourself, and that's absolutely okay. And I deal with a lot of self-doubt, actually. I stay in my head. I'm in my head right now, actually. But it's okay, I'm gonna do this. All right, let me get back to the point. So yeah, sometimes you just know when something is for you. And if you just answer the call, things will start falling into its place. Even when you doubt yourself, even when you don't know, how is this going to happen? 2014, when I decided, I still didn't gig for a full year later. And I asked myself, DAUCHE, you're doing all this practicing, but why are you denying yourself an opportunity when people ask you, do you want a gig? And I said, you know what? I know I'm not doing this just to be in this room playing for myself. And so when I said, officially, I'm going to pursue this professionally, the gigs started to come. There were so many times that I just thought about how important it is to surround yourself with people who are in alignment with you. No love lost, but betting on myself was the best decision I have ever made. Now I'm going to speed this up. Once I said yes to those gigs, I gigged and I gigged again, sometimes gigging for free, just to get my foot in the door. And 2015, I went on Instagram, and I ended up watching this special off YouTube, and it inspired me greatly to reach out to the CEO of the company that I work with, called Colors Worldwide. He wanted to take his show on the road, and he had been asking people in the city, in different cities, you know, market research questions, and I reached out. I said, hey, hit me up, let me know if you need any advice on San Diego, because it was actually posted on his Instagram page, San Diego. And at the time, he asked me for recommendations, and I did not put myself on there. I was still being shy, slightly denying myself, but why? A year later, 2016, I go to this Kaytranada concert. Clap your hands if you're familiar with Kaytranada. I go to this Kaytranada concert. It's at the North Park Observatory. And as mentioned, the music experience is spiritual for me. So I'm standing at the live show, and I close my eyes and I say, I want to perform on this stage. I want to perform on this stage. And I kid you not, months later, I get connected with a good friend who had always come down to San Diego, a DJ by the name of Prince. And he asked me, never hearing a set from me, hey, do you want to DJ at the North Park Observatory? I said, excuse me? Thank you. So again, betting on yourself. I wasn't going to turn it down. Largest gig yet, first time playing for that big of a crowd, absolutely changed my life. And months after that, I continued working with them, and had the opportunity to go on tour and have been working with that company ever since. All right, so this track is called Show Love. I think one thing about me is that, again, I'm not really the spotlight girl, and I'm much more comfortable showing love and highlighting others. And that is something that is super important, especially in the creative community. You have to show love. You have to show love to get it right back. Do it genuinely, not looking for anything in return, but obviously, you know, a little reciprocity wouldn't hurt. But I think I'll just wrap with this. First of all, thank you so much for even listening to me. Again, this is my first time doing something like this, but I love y'all too. The lesson from this, obviously, is to bet on yourself. Surround yourself with those who are in alignment, those who want the best for you, your best interests. Don't be afraid to start over. And just to be transparent, even when you get to a tour level and you reach the dream of traveling across the world, it's such an amazing feeling, but there will come a time where you have to take a step back and rethink. Rethink who you want to be. Ask yourself what you want and be vigilant. Thank you.
Make some noise for DAUCHE. And also, while y'all are standing up, you know, it's DAUCHE's birthday today. So we gonna sing the happy birthday song. Y'all know the happy birthday song? Who's really good at singing the black version? I trust Kelsey Daniels right here. Kelsey, come down to the stage. We about to do the black happy birthday. If you don't know what it is, you about to learn what it is. And you about to never sing that other one. You about to never sing that other one.
Y'all are crazy. Shout out to Joe Jeans.
So catch on if you know. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Hey.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Thank you so much. Shout out to Creative Mornings.